Hello, my fellow kings and queens. That is not my intro. Let's try again. Hi, my little penguins, it's me, Jamie-Lynn. Okay, today I'm going to be doing a very special craft with you guys. I'm going to attempt to build a castle. I don't know how it's going to go, but we're going to see together, right? Okay. I hope you enjoy it as much as I will. Okay guys, I'm going to start by showing you some of the equipment that we're going to be needing today and the equipment that I'm going to be using. So I have some paper here just in case. I've got some white and some coloured paper. I'm going to be using tissue paper, but you can use any kind of tissue paper that you have at home. I've got PVA glue. I've also got some brown paper. You can use newspaper instead of that. Scissors, masking tape. I have some polystyrene cups. I've got long and short cardboard tubes. I also have some other cardboard there, and I've also got my acrylic paints. Let's get started, shall we? So first of all, I'm just going to put a piece of cardboard down so that we have a base to stick our castle on. Next, I have another cardboard box that I'm just going to stick down at the back. But first, I want to make sure that I've got another piece of cardboard to stick on the front. And I've cut a little design on there, as you can see, and I'm just going to stick that on the front. Next, I'm going to take my two polystyrene cups and just place them at the front there where I want them. And I'm going to get one of my small cardboard tubes. I've cut it in half and I'm going to stick that to the tops of the polystyrene cups. This is going to make some kind of turrets for my castle. So I've got my masking tape and I'm just going to go ahead and tape those round. It doesn't matter if it's not too neat and tidy because we're going to cover it a bit later anyway. I'm going to do the same on both. And I'm going to get some paper, some plain paper, or you can use your coloured paper and make it into cones. I'm just cutting it to the correct size for my little turrets, and I'm going to make it the roof of my turrets. So that means I'm just going to put it on the top and I'm going to stick it down with masking tape again. I'm going to do this on both. Perfect, now that's all finished. I'm just going to quickly make some more. So as you can see here, I've made different size turrets and I'm just going to place them around where I want them in my castle. The next step is that I've got my glue gun out and I'm going to stick them down into place. But before I do that, I did want to cover the back with my design too, just because when you look through the castle, it was a bit bland at the back. Perfect, so I'm just going to stick that down with my PVA glue, but it is getting really sticky. I also made a little mistake in that I used a cardboard tube type thing as my base. I wanted to make sure it was sturdy, so I had to add some sides to it. It would have been much easier if I just used a normal cardboard box. If you do this at home, make sure you just have an average cardboard box. And it's not drying as quickly as I wanted it to. I was feeling impatient, so I've just got my hot glue gun out. So I'm going to continue sticking my castle together, but with hot glue. You don't have to do this if you're trying this at home. You can keep using PVA glue, but I just felt a bit impatient. And I'm just going to hot glue that down to the back. As I said before, this is just a little bit of a quicker process than waiting for the PVA glue to dry. And now I'm just going to go around and glue all of my turrets down exactly where I want them. Lovely. And when that's all in place, I'm going to get my tissue paper, which happens to be pink, And I am just going to kind of paper mache or decopatch this on. That means I've just got some PVA glue, I've mixed it with a little bit of water, which you don't have to do at home if you don't want to. I've just torn up the tissue paper and I'm sticking it on piece by piece just to build the shape of the castle a little bit better. It does give it a nice texture and it also makes it a little bit stronger. Perfect. Now when that's all done and finished, I'm going to move on to making some little windows and doors. Now to do this, all I've done is got some tissue paper and I've twizzled it around in my fingers and I've just PVA glued that on. Be patient with yourself if you are going to try this at home too, because it can get a bit sticky. Perfect, so I'm just using the same technique and I'm going to apply some windows. This can be where Rapunzel's going to stay in my castle so that she can put her hair out of the window. Yeah, why not? This window can be for Elsa, this window can be for Belle, and I'll have this window here for Ariel, the Little Mermaid, so that she can pop out and go into the sea or the river or the moat whenever she likes. Lovely. So when that's all dry, I am going to start painting over the top. Now I've got a basic pink colour that I am using for this and I'm just making sure that it's all covered. I'm not worrying about the tops too much because I'm going to paint them a different colour. Perfect, when that's all done, I'm going to turn my attention to the tops and I'm going to paint them all white. Don't forget that you can paint this castle any colour you like if you're doing it at home. This was really tricky. If you are going to do this at home, I would recommend to paint all of the turrets before you stick them down, because it was very difficult to get into all of those little bits and make sure everything was covered. Okay, so once that was all dry, I did decide to use a slightly lighter pink colour to paint my turrets again, just to make sure I had full coverage there. And I think this pink is a much nicer pink. While I was waiting for that to dry, I did start on the base colour. Now I'm just going for a grassy base here, but I am going to add some little elements that's going to make it stand out so much. But you'll have to wait and see. While that's drying, I'm just going to go ahead and paint the windows a slightly different colour. I've gone for a red today. I'm nearly finished all of my windows and doors, but as I was painting this, I made a little mistake. I was not happy with myself, but it's okay because I'm just going to go over that and paint it pink again. Perfect, now that's all fixed. I'm making sure to colour in the front door in the same red colour. Perfect. And now, as you can see, I'm doing a nice little dark red carpet for us to walk up into our castle on. And I'm just going to add a little lake or river around. This was fun to do. Now the next step while that's drying is to turn my attention back to the top of the turrets. Now I'm just painting over the white with a glittery silver colour. And as that's drying, I'm going to add glitter to my doors and windows. You guys know how much I love glitter. Perfect, and now I've mixed a really lovely blue glitter and I'm just going to paint over the lake with that blue shiny gorgeousness. This was probably the nicest colour of blue glitter that I've ever seen and I was really excited to use that. I'm also painting over the red carpet in a red glitter. Now for the next step, I'm just adding some little details to the windows there and also to the doors. And there's my castle all finished after some little touch-up. And here's my finished craft. Oh, I'm so in love with this castle. I'm so excited. I'm a princess. This was the best craft I think I've ever done in my entire life. Because I get to be a princess. So before I finish this video, I really just want to give a little shout out to people that have really been supportive of me on my YouTube and on my Instagram page. My Instagram page is JamieLynnYTC, so make sure you're following that. The first person I need to shout out is Sin2_draws. Thank you so much for being so supportive. There's more shout outs coming on my future videos, so make sure you keep an eye out to see if you'll be shouted out. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and definitely subscribe to my channel so you can see more videos like this one. Also check out my other videos. I've done squishy makeovers, I've mixed and made slime, and I've also done some more arts and crafts that you guys can do at home. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much. Bye my little penguins.